Wow, Fig fam, how are we? Figs and coffee, and it's awesome spring weather. The garden's popping. My name's Phil. I'm here to help you grow fig trees. I'm here to help you grow fruit trees. I'm here to help you garden. We're always going over stuff. Check out the fig orchard is popping. Beautifully manicured trees in a simple, easy manner. And they are starting to actually set fruit on a lot of them. You can see my Eddie of Argentile, Regata de Salento. Look at that, 2 figs per node on Regata de Salento, just pumping out fruit. Triana Calabrese over here. And these are some of my earlier ripening varieties. But don't get me wrong, we still have a lot of other great figs on the way because I have my Coldodama Ramata. That is a later ripening variety that still has yet to set fruit for the year. One of my favorites, my Genovese Narrow AF tree. You can see how big it is, how beautiful it is. Survived 14 degrees this winter, no protection. But I wanted to talk to you guys about diseases. And there are a few common diseases that can be transferred through pests. It can be transferred through contaminated equipment. And the one I want to talk about today with you, and something to be aware of, because it's not going to kill your tree. It can stunt the growth a little bit, but it'll work itself out over time. But you can expedite the healing process and clean it up through 2 different methods. And today I want to talk about Fig Mosaic Virus. It is a very popular disease that can affect trees through nutrient deficiencies. When they're stressed, it can start to show appearance in it. And it usually appears when they're young. Lots of fig trees have it. It can be transferred through aphids. It can be transferred through other pests that fly from tree to tree and nibble on it. And it can be transferred through infected equipment. So I accept that all of my fig trees have been exposed to Fig Mosaic Virus. However, you can see young trees like this, my Norella here, that it's not showing any signs of it, and that is through healthy soil, healthy tree, and I spray isopropanol on my equipment between trees that I know are infected. So before I get into it, a lot of you guys have been asking, when are my fig trees going to be for sale? And I've been saying mid-May, all late winter and spring. And so now I'm getting to that time, guys, where in a few weeks, these will be ready. We had such a cold winter and spring that it's been such a slow start to get these propagations going and to growing rapidly. I have had a few plant sales this spring here in the southeastern North Carolina area. And now that those have wrapped up, I can focus on my online sales where I can ship a lot of these fig trees. Now, supplies are limited and they're going to open in stages. And I'm going to be doing a lot of work over the next 2 weeks. So everybody, first week of June, my plants will go live for sale. I'm saying that here now. I'm going to send out an email to my email list. If you aren't signed up on philsfigs.com, go there, sign up for the email notifications. That's when I will say when my trees will go live. So check it out there. I'm going to have a lot of varieties for sale, and they will be shipped in 1-gallon containers or 4x9 tree pots that you can see right here. So let's get into how to protect your fig trees with Fig Mosaic Virus and how to mitigate the appearance, the showing of it, and how it works and how to get rid of it. Boom. All right, fig fam. So this is my Bass's favorite tree. It's an awesome fig. It is so good. It's one of the best I grow. It tastes like it's been caprified, but it does time to time get Fig Mosaic Virus. Certain varieties of figs are more susceptible and react to the disease more than others. Black Madeira UC Davis strain is a very common variety that is severely affected by Fig Mosaic Virus, but then you have varieties like your LSU varieties and Celeste that are quite resilient to it, as they are resilient to a lot of other diseases as well. We tend to see Fig Mosaic Virus pop up in young trees as they aren't quite as strong yet and they're still getting all their nutrients in their cells. And you see it in poorly maintained fig trees that show signs of stress and certain varieties that are more susceptible to reacting to it. And there's 2 ways that you can really manage Fig Mosaic Virus. It's not going to kill your tree. It's going to stunt the growth and may prevent fruit production. But one way you can get rid of it is by getting rid of the branches that are severely infected. Looking here, you can see this modeling of the leaves is very indicative of what Fig Mosaic Virus actually means. You see a mosaic of the leaf pattern itself. There can be sometimes translucent patterns, and then the deformation can be a secondary attribute of what you would see when you have nutrient deficiencies, not necessarily Fig Mosaic virus in general. But when you have the mosaic pattern, you'll start seeing bubbling and blisters and burns because it is less resilient to sunlight exposure. It'll tend to dwindle the branches and thin them out. But sometimes the healthy tree, once it gets fed, once it gets watered well, will push through the Fig mosaic virus and start pushing out healthy leaf growth at the end of it. And you can kind of see that happening here on this branch. As a whole, though, you see these strong, healthy branches showing limited to no signs of Fig mosaic virus whatsoever, and that is due to viral load. Viral load is a volume metric of how much of the virus is in a given part of the plant. So branches where you have severe signs and symptoms of Fig mosaic virus have a higher viral load. And to get rid of branches that have Fig mosaic virus and to stop Fig mosaic virus from spreading to other parts of the tree, say pests get on this part and move on to other parts of the tree, is you remove the most infected by removing the branches. So I'm simply going to cut at the base and remove the infected branch. And I am going to do that for all the severely infected branches. And see this small one here? See how small it is already? And it's just trying to push out growth. It's not worth growing. It may change the shape of my tree ultimately, and it may push through. If you have a young tree, I wouldn't recommend doing this. I'll show you what I do instead. But I'm just going to go through on some of my mature trees. I'm going to remove those branches, and I'll remove some of these leaves. And I am on the fence about removing this branch, but because it is so infected, I'll get rid of it. Because what the tree is trying to do, and I'll zoom you back out, because what the tree is ultimately trying to do is push out new growth, which happens at the nodes and the terminal buds. And when you have a lot of the Fig mosaic virus taking over, inhibiting that growth, it can't get the growth it wants to do. So it's almost like a bottleneck of growth and can stunt the tree that way. But if you have really healthy growth like this, you can basically cut off the branch and terminate any sort of growth in this direction, and it'll push it back on the healthy branches. So you're actually encouraging healthier, stronger plant growth by just pruning off the heavily infected parts, rather than trying to feed it from the base and push the nutrients up through the tree and outwards. The key, though, is to do both, right? So while I'm pruning off the unhealthy stuff, I want you to fertilize down below in the fig tree. And that is going to be through two options. The two best options that I've come up with is using your all-around fertilizers. So the one that I put on all my fig trees every spring to jumpstart them, that has a balanced ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But if you're looking for something that is nitrogen focused, right? So we're talking fresh compost has a lot of nitrogen in it. Blood meal is a great option for slow release. And I would just do a small sprinkle like you would here, maybe a tablespoon per diameter of the trunk, if you will, right? And that'll be a nice burst of nitrogen for your plants, and it'll encourage healthy plant growth, right? Phosphorus is for roots and fruits, and so only if your fig tree is not producing fruit would I encourage to add some phosphorus, but you don't want to add too much to the mix as it can inhibit mycorrhizal growth, right? But blood meal is a slow release nitrogen option. I would also look into using the Alaska fish fertilizer. It smells horrendous, but it works really well, and that's a 5-1-1 where you're getting a nice dose of nitrogen. Nitrogen isn't like a salt like phosphorus and potassium can be, so it's not going to stay in the soil as long. It's actually going to run out over time. So a general application over the course of a year, maybe once a month, if you're seeing heavy signs of Fig mosaic virus, will help in addition to pruning it off. Now, this is for a mature fig tree or soon to be mature fig tree, but what do you do if your fig tree is young and showing signs of Fig mosaic virus? Say it's a rooted cutting, whatever the conditions may be, it just got a high viral load or just got exposed to something where aphids came across and spread the disease from one tree to another. Fig mosaic virus is so common in the fig world, a lot of us just work with it and it's part of the deal. The only other disease that's similar to that is fig rust, which is a very seasonal disease, and you can do things to mitigate Fig mosaic virus, right? Healthy trees, pruning off heavily infected areas, and spraying to keep pests away. But ultimately, you want to fund the ecosystem. So the healthier the soil, the stronger the tree will be, and the less Fig mosaic virus you'll actually have. If you come over here, this is my LSU Hoye, and it just pumped out a ton of growth after a heavy prune. It all looks fantastic. It's all starting to set fruit. And this is one of those varieties that's a little more resilient to Fig mosaic virus. For better or worse, all the fanciest figs you know can tend to be a little more finicky and affected by these things. However, they will grow out of it over time, which is the bonus. My Genovese Nero AF is an awesome 6-foot tree that's putting fruit on every single terminal bud on this tree. It has had signs of Fig Mosaic virus in the past, and because it's so mature now, it just grows right through it, right? Because all I'm doing is adding healthy compost, and every once in a while I've added azomite here for the small mineral content, because all of that contributes to a healthy immune system for the tree with all the different nutrients that it wants to grow in a healthy manner. So if your fig tree has Fig Mosaic virus, don't fret, they grow out of it, but you can do those two strategies there to mitigate the quantity of Fig Mosaic virus a fig tree has. Beautiful Taramo tree here. You can see a lot of these trees I'm transitioning around right now. This is a really good sign of stunting of growth. This is a really good example of how Fig Mosaic virus can stunt growth on a fig tree. So you can see all these deformed leaves here. This is my Lava Campaniera, and it just so happened that this was the branches that got exposed to it, and they did not do well. Right here, you can see this giant branch of awesome, healthy growth. So I'm actually just gonna get rid of these and guide all that energy into this tree. And also when I get rid of these, I can throw them away, and so pests can't transfer the disease to other fig trees. So I'm not gonna cut the whole branch off to the base of the trunk, but I am gonna do a significant chunk, but I'll leave some nodes open in case the viral load is less. And just make sure to cut at a 45-degree angle. But there you go. We're gonna remove these. We're gonna throw them away from the fig trees, let them decompose. Who knows? Now, you guys will be back up amongst my fig forest. Guys, I'm living the dream. I can't believe I have a beautiful forest of figs in my backyard, and I'm glad I get to share it with all of you. Diverting back, you see these clippers, my Felcos? Awesome. I've had them for years. Shout out to Texas Garden Guy for getting them to me as a gift, and shout out to Felco because I just need to clean them up. I replaced the blade for the first time and they work brand new. When you are using equipment and you're pruning off diseased branches of fig trees or any sort of fruit tree or any sort of garden plant, you want to sterilize them. There's a few ways you can go about it, but the easiest it's been for me is I have a spray bottle of isopropyl alcohol. Some people say 70% is better. I'm indifferent. 70% or 90% is what I use. And this will get rid of any sort of contaminants on your pruners. I went to my local, CVS, Walgreens type store, apothecary, what have you, and I went and got some isopropyl alcohol in a simple spray bottle, and I soak it, and a lot of times I'll let it sit out and let it air dry, or I'll wipe it down after a few minutes of just staying soaked. Also, I have some Felco cleaning solution, and you can see that on my Amazon store, but I use that to get rid of sort of any organic matter that rests on these clippers as well. But isopropyl is a solvent. It kills any sort of bacteria and viruses and things. And that is what I do to clean my equipment after I've dealt with diseased trees, right? So finally, while I let these air dry, we're gonna go check out some young fig trees that show signs of Fig Mosaic virus and what to do and what not to do and what not to worry about when you see it like this. All right, guys, I have some examples here of young trees that show signs of Fig Mosaic virus and one that doesn't, and one that did and is slowly working its way out. So this is something I really want to hone in on. If you guys have had small young fig trees you've rooted and they show signs of Fig Mosaic virus, they will persevere. Right here is a sucker I have of my Paradiso gene. The mature tree shows 0 signs of Fig Mosaic virus, but I harvested some cuttings from it and produced some new fig trees. And you can see here the evidence of Fig Mosaic virus, which is really just a matter of, it's a young tree, it's still got new roots, it's not really getting all the nutrients it wants quite yet. You could do foliar feeding if you want, you could do some sort of fertilizer after a while. Remember, fig cuttings are young baby trees, we have to baby them. This stuff will work itself out over time with fig trees. So despite this fig cutting, which is actually a sucker originally, rooting and taking growth, having all this Fig Mosaic virus, I'm not worried about it because it has healthy growth, it has 3 shoots, I'm watching it push out new growth, and every sequential leaf that comes out of the top of here looks a little better and better. So unlike you have the mature fig trees where I showed these dense viral loaded branches of Fig Mosaic virus that I prune those off, young baby trees I leave alone. When I bumped them up to a 3-gallon container, like I did with this Hibernica DLS, then I can add my fertilizer, but not until it's in a 3-gallon container. We don't want to overdo it with our new young fig trees. If you guys have new fig trees you either got from me, from another person, you've rooted fig cuttings for the first time, stick with the soil that you put it in and let it grow till it's about 2 feet tall. And then when you're ready to up pot it and it takes its stride just a little bit, then you can add fertilizer. Then if you have a really bad branch, you can remove it. But when they're young, like this and like this, which are Figoin and Paradiso Gene, it's okay. They're gonna be okay. Fig Mosaic Virus isn't a make or break. Like the ambrosia beetle, we'll talk about that in another episode. That is a make or break, and you gotta get that out of your place. But most fig trees have some level of exposure to Fig Mosaic Virus, and it just works itself out as they mature over time. But there are ways you can expedite that process and keep it at bay if you show signs of it. And that's what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. I just put this in a 5-gallon from a 3-gallon. I neglected it, right? This Madeleine de Saison is only a year and a half old, but it grew a lot last year. But since it's woken up slowly, it shows a lot of signs of Fig Mosaic Virus, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Because I put it into a larger pot with a lot of nutrient-dense soil and fertilizer, it actually started growing a lot more, and it's pushing through the Fig Mosaic Virus. Now, if I were to get rid of the viral load on all of this, I would have to cut it down to a trunk. And so right now, I'm not going to worry about that, but I might keep it away from some of the other fig trees. This is a small percentage of my fig trees. I want you guys to take a look around my orchard and around my fig cuttings, because these that I feel comfortable selling don't have Fig Mosaic Virus. And that's giving you guys a head start. My goal for you guys, if you get fig trees from me, if you get fig cuttings from me, is to help you grow your own fresh figs, because that's the feeling that I had when I got into growing figs and that I want to share with all of you. So my fig trees are still a little delayed. I'm putting them together, getting them ready for shipment, but I'm looking for the healthy ones that I feel comfortable getting out, like this Norella right here. This Mount Etna type fig that's from the Calabria region of Italy, makes awesome figs. It's cold hardy, doesn't split. I'm excited for this, and shows very little signs of Fig Mosaic Virus. As my orchard expands and the fig trees mature and get healthy, is another reaffirmation that we're on the right path with growing figs here with some of these methods. You can see this Godfather, you can see this, which one's right here? This mature Norella fig. They're setting fruit on every node, they're growing like wildfire, and they have beautiful, healthy, dark leaf growth, right? That's the goal. And a lot of these fig trees showed signs of Fig Mosaic Virus when they were young and they were babies, and we worked it out, right? All of these fig trees are doing so well. Even when they get times of neglect, when I need to water the fig trees, when they get a little stressed, those are usually the only time symptoms show up, because I have a lot to manage as I pursue these goals of making a fig orchard here in my backyard and on land elsewhere. But I want to let you guys know that just because your fig tree has Fig Mosaic Virus isn't end all be all. It is just something that it just carries in the background sometimes when it's getting mature and growing and you're in the fig world. But a lot of fig trees grow out of it, which is awesome. And in fact, almost all fig trees grow out of it unless they get stressed, right? Which I keep honing in on. So guys, if you really love growing fig trees, even if it's 1, 2, 3, or an orchard, you may see signs of Fig Mosaic Virus at some point. And the best ways to do it on a mature tree is prune off the heavily infected areas because it has the highest viral load. Give it some nitrogen-focused fertilizer if you want, whether it's slow release or if it's a liquid fertilizer. Find what works best for you and wherever you are and what you can afford or what options are available to you out there. If you have young fig trees, don't worry about pruning it off. Let them grow through it. When they get up to 3-gallon containers, then you can reassess what nutrients it needs, whether it needs sort of nitrogen fertilizer on a small amount, or if you need to prune off a heavily infected branch. But as they grow mature, they will grow out of it. As you keep them watered, as you keep them within healthy soil, and as you give them healthy sunlight, they will do just fine. But I wanted to highlight that those are one of the few diseases that are present, that you'll see appearance of, and how to mitigate it and manage it. As you can tell, growing fig trees is an amazing, amazing gift. They're one of the best fruit trees you can grow in your garden that can fruit in the first few years of growth and create abundant crops of figs for you in your backyard for your entire life. If you guys have questions or you have feedback on how you like to manage Fig Mosaic Virus, reach out with questions and comments below. I'm here to help you grow fig trees. Cheers, Fig fam.